have the iGo, the Mojo, the Carryon. All three of these are going to be great for travel, portable. Each one's going to have different advantages and they're going to be for different people. So let's talk a little bit about the iGo that just came out by Pride. It's a 3-wheel travel scooter. You probably would like having this unit on a cruise. The reason for that is it's 3 wheels, so turning radius a little bit better. There's different colors it comes with. It comes in black, white, iceberg blue is what we're showing in the video, sugar plum. It is airline compliant, lithium-ion battery. As you can see, there's no basket on this. There's a little bag at the back. It's got a 275-pound weight capacity, 45.9 inches turning radius, which I don't really believe that. The overall width's 20.3, which we'll measure that at the back. So that's about right. And overall length is 44 inches, 4 miles per hour max speed. Ground clearance at the frame, mid-frame. So when they say mid-frame, it's always going to be here, which this one does have a great ground clearance because of the motor. Up to 7 miles at a 270-pound person, 9.3 miles at a 220-pound person. An extra battery can be purchased, and it's going to have a 3-year on the frame, 2 years on electronics, and a 1 year on the motor, battery, and charger. It's got a hub motor. This is your motor. So this is going to give you the highest ground clearance. I'm not going to say this is going to be the best for the grass and stuff. You see there's no basket on here. You can probably do some type of soft bag on the front. It does come with a little place underneath here that you can hold stuff. That this can clip off to or clip back. It's a little mesh topper to hold your stuff down, and a tiny little bag for some reason back here that I'm not sure what it's for. Maybe holding your charger or cell phone or something like that. There's no arms that can be added to this unit as of now. Two settings, a slow setting and a fast setting. So there's no knob to adjust the speed of it. You would have to calibrate it by operating with this. So forward, backwards. It's got a light, a horn, there's your key, and you can add mirrors to this little thing. These pop out and you can screw mirrors in. Now, folding this thing up can be a challenge when you first get it. I promise you, it does take time and practice, so don't get too frustrated with it. Take this right off so you can wash it, or if you want, it's real thin, you want a better cushion, you can probably put that here, put some Velcro. All right. It also has not only a key on and off, but it has a power button over here that can turn the whole unit completely off. So if you have grandkids, stuff like that, it won't turn on with the key. So that might be an issue for some people. They forget that turns off. And then here's your brake release. Like most scooters have a release, that's how you release it to roll it with it turned off. There's a little slot right here that you pull out. Oh, this backrest is also adjustable by loosening this, and you can bring this up and down or take this completely off. Pull that out, that folds that. Now, there's a release handle right here. If you undo that, it's not going to go down. So when you do it, you just come up a little bit with it and then bring it down. Right here is optional to take this out. This is your battery. There's a thing you pull, it pops it out, and now you can carry this onto the airplane with you. You can also charge it through here with your charger that it comes with it. It's underneath the seat now. And this has a little indicator of what your battery life is. 4 pounds maybe. I think it's a 262 watt-hour battery, TSA approved, but like I said, with the specs, 7 miles at 275. Next, what you're going to do is, again, this is can adjust down by releasing that. And I'm doing everything slow. There's a handle that comes up, and then you got to release this too. So do that at the same time, and it rolls back just like that and stays up. So that's nice. You'll like that. Now, this right now, I think we weighed at 59 pounds. That's heavy to pick up for someone. I wouldn't want to pick it up too often. But if you are going to pick it up without disassembling even more, you have to flip that, bring that up. This is about 59 pounds. But if that's too heavy, what you do is you release that, take this, and then this just comes right off. So I think the heaviest part was like 32 pounds. So that's not bad. What's nice about this fold-up design is if you are going on a cruise, if you are traveling an airplane, you wouldn't take this apart when you're going onto the plane. You would probably just leave this together like so and have them take this onto the plane, or you would leave it unfolded and just say, hey, this is my scooter, take this, because it's still 59 pounds, so they should be able to handle that. So they could handle this and roll this like so onto the airplane. So you can just show them here. Here's that. However you want to do it, just depends on the airline. Why this is a cool feature is package and storage, and if you're on an airplane or on a cruise, this should fit under your bed with this backrest off. Like I said, this backrest can come off. So you just take that off, and this all can go, I think it's like 13 inches is what it looks like under your, so this is right at 13, below 13. So you should be able to slide this under your bed on the cruise ship. That's why you're gonna love this scooter if you're going on cruises a lot. You like the 3-wheel turning radius. You can take it apart like this, but when you buy this, don't get too frustrated with it. You can figure it out. It took me a while, but not too bad once you do it. So I guess it didn't stand up unless I had that all connected. This thing around, see, for a 3-wheel, it turns okay. Just be careful if someone's poor balance, because this thing can flip over with the 3 wheels. So this is the Mojo by Enhanced Mobility. It recently came out. I think it's going to be a substitute from the Transformer that a lot of people buy because of the power fold up. Now what you do get with this, 4 wheels, basket that can fold up, charger. The basket can come off. It can also fold up just like so, and also can stay on the front of this unit. It has a nice digital screen. So specs on it: overall length 39 inches, overall width 19 inches. It has a 6-inch honeycomb tire at the front and 7-inch at the back. Goes about 3.7 miles per hour, so a little bit slower than the iGo. Up to 13 miles. Now that's up to 13 miles at probably a 220-pound person, which the iGo says that it can go about 9 miles. So you're gonna get better battery on this, but if you're about, it holds 300 pounds, but just remember, you're not gonna get a full 13 miles at 300 pounds. Turning radius, they say, is 55 inches. The turning radius is not very good at all. But it does come in red, blue, aqua, or this is the lemon, the lemmy lime. So it's gonna have a different motor system, electronic brake at the back, rear wheel drive system compared to the iGo with the front wheel. So ground clearance is gonna be lower. Seat height at 23 inches, seat width at 16.5. But this has a power fold up, and what's nice is you don't, compared to the Transformer, you can have this thing turned off and be away from it and do this. Where there's a safety thing on the Transformer, you can't do what I'm doing on the newer models. So from here, this is your fold up design. Now it looks kind of bulky. You can take the basket off, you can take the armrest off. This is about, I think, 58 pounds. 58 pounds is a lot of weight. This scooter can come apart at the back, at the transaxle back here. This can come apart. This can disassemble it. I'm not going to do it in this video. We'll do another video on that. It's kind of difficult, so don't really suggest it. But that's the cool thing, so they can market it that the heaviest part's like 32 pounds now. You're not going to want to take that apart. If you're going to take that apart just to lift it, you might as well buy something different. Unfold it. Let's talk about some benefits to it. The benefit of the fold up, it's pretty nice to put to the side. You can adjust the height up and down. There's different positions, and the tiller adjusts back and forth. They have made this a little bit more solid, but it's still kind of flimsy, plasticky type stuff, and it does have a light on the front. 1 inch across, 1 inch across. So very small. It's kind of a rough ride, I think. The seat can be removed, so that's nice. Put another seat here, wash it, And then the batteries, compared to the transformer, can come out. So you can power fold this up and remove the batteries. There's 2 of them that can come out. You can take this on the plane. There's no fireproof bag for them, which I think that's what TSA asked for, so just maybe check on that. Here's your release wheel at the back that you can roll it with it turned off if it ran out of power, or when it's folded up, you should be able to roll it kind of like a suitcase with those anti-tippers back here. So you should be able to roll it like this. Here's the reason why I like the Carryon. I know some people commented or say, well, you got to take stuff apart. Well, here's the deal. If you can't pick 58 pounds up, you can't pick 58 pounds up. So a little bit of time, take this apart. I mean, within 15 seconds, I can have this thing disassembled. Here's your charger. You can charge it through here. You have a USB charging port right here. You have a bottle holder right here. You can add another one over here. You have a basket on the front that can be removed and folded up or left on. We give you this really nice bag for the back that can be removed. We call it a hard shell backpack. It is kind of a hard shell, but it's not, you know, but it's big. You can fit probably 3 of iGo's bags in here. You can carry your extra battery, you can carry your charger, whatever you want, can all go in here. So this is a very nice bag that we give out, not everybody. You have flip back arms. All of them have about the same seat height. I think the iGo's, or seat width and specs. I think the iGo's a little bit bigger. This is your battery indicator. It's bright. You have a speed control in this, slower or faster. Key, spare key. And I kind of like this grippy stuff right here, but some people with a lot of sensitive hands might not like it. You can probably fix that though. And then you forward and backwards. This is your release handle that brings it back and forth. And this is just one thing that we've had a couple people have a hard time with it, but not too many. This, once you adjust this, it moves this down here. So if you don't want to pull this or push it, so that can adjust to you. So if you're flying on an airplane, the only thing you really have to do is remove the battery. This is the long range battery by Golden. It gets up to 18 miles at a 200-pound person, and it has a charging port right there, which is really nice. Could you go on the airplane with this? We have hundreds of people that travel with long range battery. You still take this out, take it on the airplane. You can leave this unit together like this. You do not have to take this apart. They should take it just like this. You have a small horn and a rocker switch for your lights. And out of all these scooters, this has the best light package. You got 2 nice lights up at the front. You have a nice LED light at the back. And this is going to allow you to release the scooter into a freewheel with the battery in. And then you flip it. If you turn it on, it's going to give you an error code. So we know that's in freewheel. Flip that right back and it's ready to go. There's a little release handle right here. Super easy. Super. 12 pounds. Now these will flip back. There is a handle for it that you can hold it right here, and you can fold these down. 12 pounds. That took maybe a second. But when you put it back on, make sure you put it back on right. I'll show you. Now, all you do here is pull these out. And this will fold it down. Now, before you do that, if you want to make it 6 pounds lighter, press the button, remove the battery. 6 pounds lighter. And a good part about this unit, you can leave this in your car and take this inside and charge it. So you never have to take that out. Now let's release this just a little bit, bring it down. And then take your tiller and bring it right down. So right now, This thing weighs 47 pounds. That's lighter than these. What we tell people, and it usually works for someone with a medium-sized SUV, cars, is to pick the front up and put it on the bumper. The car usually holds the scooter to where you can rest this there and then come to the back and roll it in and roll it out. So you're really only picking up about 20 pounds loading this thing. You can roll it like this, and you can put this in your bag that comes with it. Take this and you just drop that right on this front little thing. And now, and you can put a little bungee over it if you want to keep that together. I traveled with it just like this. And so now it's all together. Putting this back together, you're basically going to go up, press this, bring it up, slide this back or pull that back, take your battery, take your seat, make sure it's on, locked down, boom, you're ready to go. So I can do this faster than that thing can unfold and fold up. I can do this faster than I can take that apart. But here's the thing with this scooter. That is, I want to show you that because this is made with really good plastic, where some of this stuff is flimsy. Now they made that better. These tires are very nice, better than all of them. They're about 2 inches thick across and about 6 inches in height. But they're nice tires for a much smoother ride. 3 inches across. Look at the tread on it. Nice rim. I guess they could have cheaped some plastic rims and make it a tiny bit lighter. 7 inches in height. And then here's another cool thing that Golden does that I really like. Any of your fault codes, like the beeping of it in free will, or if you press this too early when you go, it has all your beep codes inside of here. You also has a spare fuse. We haven't had to use that. I can go here. And you can still get this if you're using this for cruises. Many customers have this for cruises. This can go underneath the bed. It's about 3.7 miles per hour. This is the long range, up to 18 miles, 360 watt battery. So a lot longer distance with its long range, but it's not TSA approved with that battery. Now you're like, I want to buy this one because I can take it on the airplane. It's TSA approved. Or I want to buy this one because it's TSA approved. You can get this unit and buy it just like this, 18 mile, and buy an extra battery that's TSA approved, because we do offer TSA approved batteries. Or you can, if you're buying this a lot for traveling, you can buy the TSA version. So it's the GB120 TSA. What comes with the GB120 TSA and what's different about it? It's this scooter. The difference is you actually get 2 batteries in fireproof travel bag. These batteries are like 3 pounds. They look the same. You'll have a USB charging port on the battery. It just goes right into here. So you have 1 battery in here. You can have your bag, this bag, it just hangs on the back. You can carry your spare battery right here. So if you're traveling, oh, and you don't get the bag unless you want it, you can add it. You get the nice, we'll show you some videos of the new travel bag that you can put this scooter in, check it into luggage. You can put this in, the scooter in this for storage. You can put this scooter in here for going through the, maybe you want to go through a hotel and you don't want people to know you have a scooter for some reason. This comes with the TSA version of this. So just remember this, we're talking about the TSA now with this unit. And they have about a 7.5, 7.8 mile battery range, and that's probably gonna be rated at 200 pound person. Even though it's 300 pound weight capacity, battery range is important. Once this one gets dead or low, you just take it out just like that. Come back here to your spare battery that comes with it, because you get 2 batteries with this TSA version. Take this, put it in, take your other one, put it back here, and you're going to take that back to your room or wherever you go and charge it up overnight. There you go. So now I have a 15 mile operating mobility scooter, TSA approved, 300 pound weight capacity, 3.6 miles per hour. It's got a 1.5 ground clearance at the back. So compared to the iGo, the motor's at the back, so it's a rear-wheel drive. The base, the front and the mid section is like 4 inches. So still, we sell this as an off, you know, a flat surface scooter. You can go through the grass, you can go through crush and run, you can do stuff like that. Just if you're buying this to be a primary scooter for your yard, don't buy this unit, please. This is for traveling. This is for loading into a vehicle. This is for taking it places. It's not a rugged outdoor for your yard mobility scooter. Can it do some of the stuff you want it to do? Yes, but just remember that. This would be an alternative than buying a lift. If you want a primary scooter for your yard, the Eagle by Golden, the Buzz EX, the Revo, all those are great scooters, but they're going to be heavier to take apart and put in the car. If you can manage that, then that's probably what I would go with. But if you want something easy to get out of the car and traveling, you're going to love these scooters.